Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I did forget to film an intro for this video. It's going to be a simple declutter video and I'm using my professional camera to do the declutter and it's already like face down at my desk. So therefore I'm going to do this intro on my phone. But like I said, it's going to be a declutter video. Many of you guys know I have a Alex 5-drawer system that I use to store all my makeup. I don't want to add on to my makeup collection past this 5 drawers. I'm currently using 4 drawers and this declutter video is only going to show drawer 1. So I think I might do a 4-piece declutter, and at some point I'll just piece them all together and I'll do like one long declutter for those of you that want to just watch an hour-long declutter. Anyway, everything you see in this video is probably already gifted away. So everything I declutter, either I'm throwing away or I'm gifting to friends and family. So please don't ask me for my makeup. But I hope you guys enjoy it anyway, and I'll see you guys the next time. Okay guys, so this is drawer number 1. This is primers, foundations, concealers, powders, mascaras, and eyebrow products, and a little bit of miscellaneous over here. And as you can tell, it's gone a little bit crazy. So what I want to do is I want to do a declutter of this first drawer first, but I want to show you guys what this looks like before so we can enjoy the after. So this is my primer drawer. It's quite okay. I'm quite happy with my primer drawer. I do have more primers or glowy products that I put next to my glowy highlights because these are the ones that I actually use as a primer. I actually am not going to get rid of any of my glowy primers. I think these are amazing. I think this is a great little collection that I have, and the one that I would definitely recommend is this one. This is the one out of all of these that I would repurchase, the Chantecaille Anti-Aging Sheer Glow Face Tint. In the brown one. I also have the Sheer Glow Rose Tint. This is beautiful if you don't want to have that bronze tint, but actually this one really does it for me. So keeping both. I also love this Victoria Beckham Beauty primer, moisturizing primer in golden. This one is very much similar to it. I also have another primer that I don't know where it is. Oh, this one almost escaped me. The Vive one, very close to the Victoria Beckham Beauty one, but you know, much cheaper. I actually think that the Victoria Beckham Beauty looks a little bit better on my skin than the Vive Skin Nova, but the price difference really determines on what you want to spend on it. This one's almost, this one is almost finished. I'm just gonna finish this one, hopefully this year, by Rare Beauty. I'm not a huge fan of this pore filling primer. It doesn't do too much. I also tried the illuminating one and both of them are meh to me. So yeah, I won't repurchase this, but I definitely am able to finish this. This is technically a toner, but I use it as a primer and I really like this. I can't wait to use this in the summer. I did a review on Tower 28 not so long ago, so check out that video because it needs some loving. And this is just a mini of something that I love from Chantecaille. This is the Chantecaille Elixir Luminosité Radiance Elixir or something like that. I checked out the full price on this one. It's like $225 or something like that. Like, it's just mad insane. I'm not gonna get the full size one, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this little tester. I would love to get it, but not at that price point. So in terms of the coloring, I'm not doing a great job, but maybe on the foundation section. So let's check out my foundations. Alright, so these are my foundations. And technically, the way I want to look at my foundations, I technically want to have 7. I count the Westman Atelier often as 1, but 7 foundations, because there's 7 days in a week, will be perfect for me. So as you can tell, there's more than 7. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Basically 2 too many. So let's first look at some foundations that are almost finished. This Chantecaille one I've had for a while. I already used the refill, so the refill's in here. I just flipped the cushion around to get the last bit of product and it's almost finished. I think I can finish it by the end of this month if I like project pan this, or by the end of this year if I just use it the way that I'm using it right now. This is a medium coverage foundation. It looks really lovely on the skin, but lately I haven't been really into foundations. I've really been into primers and just concealer. So there's no use for me to have this anymore. I think I'm just gonna finish it because it is almost done. And I don't think I'm gonna repurchase this, even though it's such a beautiful, it's a beautiful foundation, but at the price point, and I think it only has like an 8-month shelf life. Yeah, 8 months, and at this price point, and the fact that the color vanilla is not really my undertone, this isn't it for me. So I am finishing this pretty soon. Another foundation that is almost finished is this one. As you can tell, there's almost this much left. This one I'll definitely repurchase once it is done. I might try to finish up some of my other foundations, but again, we're definitely getting close to the end. I don't feel too bad about having 2 foundations that actually are almost done. So I can't wait to finish something. So again, not decluttering. A foundation I am decluttering, however, is this one by Charlotte Tilbury. Last time I used this on camera, I kind of told you guys that every single time I use this now, I kind of I get pimples, and I didn't realize this, but this is the oldest foundation that I have like in the lineup. This is like before I started my channel will turn 2 years old in July. So this has to be over 2 years old. I've used a fair bit. I think I've used about 3/4 of the way. But I just don't dare to use this anymore, guys. I feel like it breaks me out, it scares me a little bit, and therefore I never reach for this anymore. So I'm ready to declutter this and get rid of it. What else do I have? I have 2 skin tints. I have the Rare Beauty one and the Tower 28 one. This is a tinted sunscreen. This is a skin tint or tinted moisturizer. I'm keeping both. I enjoy them. I won't repurchase them once they're done, but I'm keeping both. Technically not a foundation, but this is new to me, and I've been using this. I really enjoy this. This Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm. I got mine in the shade 3, or Yummy Skin Blurring Balm. I really like this on low makeup days. I have oily skin, and this seems to work pretty well on me as long as I don't use too much of it. So I'm keeping this as well. This is new in my collection. Another favorite of mine is this one by Chanel, the Chanel No. 1. Once I finish the Chantecaille one, I'll probably dip into this one again a little bit more. I'm about halfway on this one, so I'm doing a pretty good job. Again, lately not been into medium coverage foundations, but this is a beautiful medium coverage foundation. Great to have on hand for parties or just, you know, events of any kind. My Westman Atelier foundation sticks. So I have one in the shade 5, which I barely use. I still have so much left. And I have another one in shade 3. This one I use more often, and I only have this much left. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep number 3, and I'm gonna get rid of this one, the number 5 one. I think I might know someone that will love this shade, and this maybe would declutter a little bit. Then finally, I have this Vive concealer. I hate this as a concealer, but as a complexion product, like as a foundation or just a spot conceal on the face, this looks beautiful. So I'm keeping with it, like with my foundations, I'm keeping this one. I like it more and more, and this is very travel friendly. So keeping this. Then let's move on to concealers. These are my concealers or concealer type of products at the moment. Again, same rule applies. I enjoy having 7 concealers on hand, but there are some products that aren't full-blown concealers, but they're brighteners, so they're a little bit different. So I don't have 7 concealers, and I think that my concealer options are very decent. So let's start with a concealer I'm going to declutter right away. This one. This Rare Beauty one, I absolutely hate. I got the wrong shade. It's nice for me to try it, but this looks so cakey and crepey on my, underneath my eyes. I just hate this. And this is also the reason why I sparked doing this declutter, because I just simply do not like this product. I'm going to throw it away. It sounds really bad, but I don't think I can gift it to anyone. I don't want to sell it to anyone either, so it's just time to go. A concealer that's almost finished is this one by Kosas. There's barely anything left in here. You can tell by the little like air bubbles. I think I'll finish this by the end of the week. So that's already nice to know that there are not that many concealers left once this is finished. I have a bag where I put all my empties, so this will probably go into the empties bag once it is finished. A concealer that I still love, but I don't use anymore, or at least not too often anymore, because my makeup aesthetics have kind of gone to very light makeup preferences. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer. I love this concealer. It looks beautiful on the skin. I still really like it. I like it more when I do a more full coverage or medium coverage face, so a little bit more makeup-y. But I still really like to have a concealer on hand that's just a doe foot, simple, like traditional concealer. So I like to have this. Keeping it. Then another one by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the under eye corrector. The packaging is completely beat up, as you can tell. And I have used the crap out of this under eye corrector. You don't need a lot. This still looks very beautiful on the skin, but as you can tell by the packaging, it's old. It's as old, maybe older than my foundation by Charlotte Tilbury. And that one is already starting to go bad. So I can imagine that this also not the best thing to put underneath your eyes. So I'm gonna get rid of it because I just don't trust it anymore. Anyone that has followed me on my channel knows that I love the Sarah Chapman Skinness's Eye Insurance, the SPF 31. It looks beat and battered. It looks gross, but that's because I use it quite often. Again, I think this will be empty by the end of the year. I would love to repurchase this, but I want to get through my collection a little bit more, but I am still very much enjoying this. Since I like doing a full face of Rare Beauty and I just got rid of the concealer, I want to keep this one for review purposes. I quite like this one. It's not my favorite, but I do really like it. I like it much better than the concealer. It has a decent coverage. I like this on no makeup days. It does crease on me a little bit, but not too bad as the concealer. So as of right now, I really like this. I am actually very pleased with this funny looking eye doe foot. I like really digging into my under eyes with it to deep puff. So yeah, I'm keeping it. I like it. Then my two favorite concealers at the moment. This is the Chanel Complexion Touch. Technically, you can use this as a foundation as well, but I've noticed using this as a concealer is just the way to go. I've used about half of this bottle. There's not too much in it. There's less than normal foundations. There's 20 mLs in here. So I know I'm gonna run through this at some point in time because I love this. This is more my summer shade. So in the summer, I'm probably gonna be using this a lot. I really enjoy this. I probably will repurchase this once it is done. And my current favorite concealer is this Tom Ford one. Using this a lot. Have used it again today. I don't think you need to set this. I do set this when I use it because I have oily under eyes, but so far really enjoy this for a low coverage day. This is a great concealer. My first stick concealer, if you will. So again, I'm not decluttering too much, but I hope that by the end of this, there's gonna be some improvements to the drawer. Let's move on to powders. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 powders. Way too many powders for one person to go through. So let's first talk my only like loose setting powder. I'm not big on the loose setting powders. This is my only pink powder as well. Again, I like doing a full face of Rare Beauty, so I'm keeping this. I also quite like this powder. It's not revolutionary, but I like what it does. And it has a purpose in my collection, so I'm keeping this one. Although it is bulky as hell. A powder that I am decluttering. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I love this Shansikai powder, but I don't know if you can tell. And I'm not trying to show you guys the pan, but there are little specks all around this powder that makes me think that the powder has gone off in some way, shape, or form. Those specks, I don't know what they are. Like little grains kind of form and then they fall off. It's not hard pan either. I just feel like the consistency of the product is maybe gone. You can see the roster through the products and you can see the pan, of course. I've used the heck out of this, so I feel a little bit better about decluttering this. But again, another product that I'm a little bit afraid of using because it's losing its integrity. Another product as well that I bought before I even had a channel. So again, this is old. Like it might be expired. I don't know. It was so expensive, so part of me wants to finish this. And at the same time, I don't want to keep products that I'm afraid to use, and I'm a little bit afraid to use this one. So I'm going to declutter this. A powder powder that I'm also decluttering. So I gave this a pretty good review. I stand by my review. I think this is a beautiful powder if you're into the brightening under eye powders. This is by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the brightener one. I like the original Charlotte Tilbury powder more than this one. I miss the original. I don't really like a very makeup-y look. And I think if you want to brighten the under eyes, I think this is a great powder, but it's just not my makeup aesthetic. So I want to stand by my review. If you are into a brightened under eye, I think this is a great product. It's just not a product for me. And that is why I'm decluttering this. A powder that I'm keeping is this one by Westman Atelier. I'm sorry, this is so dirty. Maybe I can just... It's beautiful packaging, but it's hella dirty. But this powder I am keeping. I'm using this a ton. I hope to see pan on this by the end of this year because I'm really digging into it. It's a very long wearing powder. It's a clean beauty brand. There's no talc in this. It is a refillable packaging. So there's a lot to love. It's not my most skin blurring, so pore blurring powder, but it's nice to have on hand, especially when I do like full face of Westman Atelier or full face of Clean Beauty. It's just a really nice brand. I really like Westman Atelier as a brand, but I still really enjoy this powder and I hope to finish this. I have two, I guess, cheaper powders. I got one by ZC that I got in PR, but I never actually reviewed it. So I'm sorry, CC, that you send me PR and I just never get to reviewing it. I also have this Pat McGrath powder that this one is the newest one. This one doesn't give such a wide cast like the one from Charlotte Tilbury does. This is definitely an under eye powder. I got a little bit of hard pan on here, so that's why you see me kind of like scraping it off. I probably shouldn't go into it with my finger, but I'm enjoying this. I got this for 15 euros on a sale, and I'm enjoying this under eye powder. It's again not revolutionary, but I'm keeping it in my collection. Then I have these two a little bit cheaper powders. One is the CC one, and the other one is the Boots No. 7 one. This is the second one that I have because I got a deal for like 2 of them for the price of 1. And I usually take cheaper powders with me when I go on holiday. And I usually take the Boots No. 7 one. That's why I wanted to keep this one. Again, dirty packaging, sorry about that. There, I tried to clean it off a little bit. But the other day I used this one and I think it's even better than the Boots No. 7 one. It's quite underrated because I don't hear anyone talking about this, but I really like this. So I'm keeping the ZC one as well. I actually thought I was going to declutter this, but so far these are my cheaper options for when I go traveling. Keeping them both. Finally, my Miscellaneous. Finally, my sort of Miscellaneous and eyeshadow and mascaras. Let's separate this first because it looks terrible. I'm separating the mascaras from the eyeshadow portion, so give me a second. Random primer minis, I am decluttering all of these. They're just not revolutionary and I never use them. I thought maybe I'll keep them for when I go traveling, but I'm done with them. Let's talk mascaras first. I have so many mascara products open. I did not know I had so many. So first let's talk about the minis because I feel like I can declutter these easy peasy. I got Legendary Lashes, Charlotte Tilbury, Le Volume de Chanel, Westman Atelier, and Hermes, and the only one that I can recommend wholeheartedly is Volume de Chanel. I quite like the Legendary Lash by Charlotte Tilbury as well, but I don't think I'll ever purchase it. I would purchase the Le Volume de Chanel though. But I'm gonna declutter all of these because they're old. A mascara I did not know I still had by Lafitte and Rouge. I'm decluttering this. It didn't wow me. It's a average mascara. It's nice, but it didn't wow me. This mascara is new and unopened by KVD. I got it in a set. The Pillow Talk mascara by Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the fancy shade Dream Pop. This is old now. Like, it definitely is expired and I never used this. This is quite a mispurchase of mine. I think I'm gonna declutter it. I'm a black mascara girl. You know, you live and you learn. The two mascaras I currently am using and I'm keeping are these two, the Tower 28 for lengthening and volume, and the Victoria Beckham Beauty for if I want to have a natural look. And I'm keeping this Dr. Mascara Fixer by Etude House. This is my little like trick to have fuller, longer lashes. So these three I'm definitely keeping. Then the final two mascaras, one I absolutely hate. This one by Chanel. What a load of shit. It looks beautiful, but I hate this. I'm sorry to swear. I always tend to not swear on this channel, but I hated this. This is such a mispurchase. I'm decluttering. I love the Rare Beauty one. I probably need to declutter this one. This is a mini, but I've had it for a while. Okay, so lastly we have eyebrow products, and these are eyebrow gels. This also is an eyebrow gel. This is a freckle stick maker. I got this gift, like a free gift with purchase, but I'm not using this. So let's first look at the eyebrow glue eyebrow gels. I wanna love this Patrick Ta one so much, but I hate it. I put this in a short not so long ago, and I think I'm going to declutter it. I just don't want to keep makeup that I don't really like. I know I spend money on this, and this is, again, you live and you learn. Sometimes you just want to try things, but this is just not it for me. It's like glue, but the consistency is just, ugh. It's so gross. Do you even see that? The goop that comes out? It's snot. It smells like glue. It looks like snot. It like really, it just makes my eyebrows so crusty. I don't know how people use this, but this never looks good on me. This one is the opposite of the Patrick Ta one. I always get these for free if you buy anything Rose Ink from Space NK. It looks dirty, super dirty. And it doesn't do anything for my brows, so I never use this. Again, I'm going to declutter this. Then we have these three left. Technically, this is not for the eyebrows, but I use this to fix my hair. This is from the DM store. Any Germans out there? I got this in Germany. I absolutely love the DM store. So this is just a hair stick that I put next to my mascaras. So I'm keeping that. And these are the two that I'm using the most right now. The Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows. And also I got this from Germany, the Got to Be brow, and also for hair little number. I don't know what to call this. I picked it up on in the DM store as well, and I really like this one. This is basically what I want the Patrick Ta to do. And the combination of these two, amazing. Then I have three of these brow products. I got the Patrick Ta, which is like a mini like pencil. It's nice. I have this by Westman Atelier. This one is a little bit too expensive for how thick it is and what it is. So I'm gonna try to finish this by the end of the year. And I have this Rare Beauty one. This is a really nice formula. It's just a little bulky for my taste. Again, I'm gonna use this until I get bored of it, but I still review Rare Beauty a lot. So I'm gonna keep all three. And this, guys, is my final drawer. So again, it's not like a major declutter, but it just looks so much better. And these are the products that I am decluttering. So you got your powders. Most of this stuff will probably go in the trash. And some stuff like this one I am gifting. Same goes for the Westman Atelier. I think I did a decent job. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you see any brands that you like, because these are brands that I'm following. Comment down below if you just want to nerd out about makeup with me, if I'm decluttering your favorites. And I think that's the end of this video, guys. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!